So the second screening video we're going to do is dressing apraxia. So dressing apraxia comes in kind of two major categories. There's going to be the body schema disorder type, and what this is the person has problems relating their body and position to space. So this is presented in some form of, like, for example, unilateral neglect, where the patient will start to dress and they'll finish one half of their body, but then they'll leave the other half undone and they won't really realize what they're doing. The second major type is the apraxic type, and so this is further divided into two kind of main categories. There is ideomotor and ideational. Ideational dressing apraxia is going to be where the patient sees the object, but they don't really know what it is or what it's used for. In the ideomotor kind, they'll see the object and they'll recognize what that object is, what it's going to be used for, but they cannot make the motor control happen to make that dressing happen. Dressing apraxia is seen in clients that have had a stroke or a TBI that has damaged the right parietal lobe. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do the screening for it. People who get screened for dressing apraxia, what normally happens is their caregivers or their family will start to notice that when it comes to dressing, the patient seems to take an extra long time, and they get confused about what's happening. So, for example, someone will be told to go put their shirt on, and they'll walk into their closet and they'll stand there for a really long time and they won't initiate dressing. So that's one red flag. Another kind of example is going to be with self-care or grooming tools that are used for dressing. And so, for example, a comb or a toothbrush or a hairbrush, these can also be included in dressing apraxia. So if someone has a hairbrush and they're rubbing it on their arms or their stomach, this is another sign that they may need to get screened for dressing apraxia. So we have Becky here, and I'm going to go ahead and screen her. And what you're going to want to do is start off with an article of clothing that the patient is going to be familiar with. So in this case, we have a jacket. You're going to lay it out in front of her to make it ready. And you're going to ask her a few simple questions to kind of get an idea of what's happening. So Becca, can you tell me what this is in front of you?
A jacket.
A jacket? Okay, perfect. And what would you use this for?
To wear when it's cold outside.
Okay, awesome. And could you show me how you put this on? Okay, thank you. So in this instance, Becca recognized what the jacket was and what it would be used for. So she did not have a problem with ideational, but she did have a problem with the ideomotor, in that she couldn't motor plan how she should be putting this jacket onto her body. So with dressing apraxia, another common practice is just to go ahead and screen for other types of apraxia that are going to be common to them. So in front of her, I have three objects. I have a phone, a pencil, and a tube of lipstick, something that she's familiar with. So Becca, could you ask me, or tell me what this is in front of you?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. Do you know where you'd be using this, or what would be appropriate to use this for? No? Okay. So in this case, there's a tube of lipstick, which the patient's family had indicated to me that she used to wear every day, so she should be very familiar with this. And in this instance, she could not tell me what it was, so the most likely suspect would be ideational apraxia.